again, we're gonna leave us some room for potential expansion later on. If I need to increase the production. Okay. Although I'm probably doing this wrong by putting it in front instead of behind. But doesn't matter, you can stack the many buildings on top of each other, including the bloody conveyor belts. Load it up and power it up. I'm gonna put it on this side. Power output 12%. Oh, this one isn't connected to our main grid yet. That's why it's on such a low power. Oh, I got lucky there. Can I? Yes, I can. This should be on the main grid. And so it is. Excellent. Now we're making lots of copper. So I'm gonna take some with me. Okie dokie, now what are we going to be making first? Well, what I said we were going to be making first, because I need to start up on research. And these things need magnets and they need electrical circuits. So magnets is our first order of business, and for that we will need more of these. Take this with me. I'll need 3 more of these. I know from past experience that 4 assemblers for magnets are okay in the beginning. And then we can increase it as needed. And what we need for this? We need copper. So we will have to make an assembly plant somewhere where we can get the copper over. Now I could be making it over there. But I'm kind of probably gonna be extending the power plants over there as well as this thing, so we will put the assembly machines over here and just get items to it that way. Oh, the whole planet will be zigzagged with conveyor belts. There is no question about that. That is gonna happen. The first iteration of that will be happening shortly. Now, I wanna pick a location. I think here is gonna work just fine. So we're gonna put it here. Your order of business are magnetic coils. So the 2 items you need for magnetic coils are magnets themselves, which you have here. So we'll load that out. I only have 3 building drones right now, so it takes a bit to lay down all the buildings, but it's not a problem really. Also, I'm noticing that the drop frames are being very rare now, so it seems that it's stabilized. I really don't know what it is, because I've played I think it's just the game's optimization, because I've played more demanding games than this on stream without these issues. Might be connection as well. I really can't say. Okay, so now what we need is now we need to get all of our we need to get all of that copper that's being made over there all the way over there. Is that a problem? No, it's not. Unlike in Factorio where you could use trains, here you just need to use conveyors, and fortunately it's a lot better execution, so it's not a problem. So I'm going to take this, and also I'm probably going to have to take some of the copper to different locations later on anyway. So it's not that this line will only be used for this one thing. There will be more things that are going to be using it later on as I split the line for other purposes. Also, it's nice how you can actually lay everything out and just walk along the track and let your drones build it for you. It's kind of convenient. Can I build more of these? Yes, I can. The construction drones in these games are not as cute as the one in Factorio, but I still like them. If nothing else, they're fast and you get them from the game start, so you don't have to build them. And as you upgrade, you get more of them. So what I'm doing now is I want to set up the research, the automatic research. So I'm laying down what needs to be laid up. So this is how many we can do on this. Your drones have a certain range past beyond which they will not fly, but that range is really, really, really far. It's just, it takes them longer to come back as well. I'm going to try to get across this little ocean as fast as I can because hovering takes a lot of power. I'm just gonna wait for the drones to finish the construction now. There we go. So where did I put those? They're over there, so that's where we're taking it. I think it's on this line. I need more. Let's get some metal while we're here. The fastest way of constructing these things is actually walk along your drones as they're building. But of course, with only 3 drones, that still takes a while. I like how nothing is actually preventing you from building in certain ways or certain directions. You can build any way you'd like, and I can already see that this is not exactly accurate, so I think this line, yeah, it's this line. Okay, I will need more of the conveyors, but that's fine. See, this is what I mean by using these lines. I don't even know how they're properly called. What you see on the blueprint maps is essentially what those lines are. I guess you could call them just guidelines. Maybe that's what the proper name is, I really don't know. Okay, perfect. Also, this works for other reasons as well. We will need copper for production of other items as well. So the more thing you can get here where you plan to do the production, the better. And it gets really intertwined and later on, but you will see that. And this is also cool. You can actually get up to 3 lengths of sorters for your buildings. What happened to my other construction bots? Oh, I'm out of power. Oh, okay. Yeah, I failed to notice that I ran out of power. Now, to prevent a game over, essentially, your mech will restock on power on its own. But it's really, really slow. So you do want to use some proper fuel to refuel yourself. And everything that you do takes fuel. See, the moment that the construction ended, the power recharge went up. Every operation requires power. I'm just gonna put it here. It matters. There we go. Now we just need to wire this up and the production will start. Oh, is this one not? This one wasn't working. Okay, so we are now making magnets. Our first production. Now we need to set up the production of electronic circuits, and we can set up our research. I'm going to collect some stones because I'll need it. And now I want the box for this to be out of the way, so I'm gonna put it over there because I'm probably gonna put more factories there later. I don't remember how many of these factories I've set up last time, but I think it was around 4 or 5. But the way I'm building it, I can only expand the production later on. I just need to extend the lines and make another assembler. And this game gives you a much better overview of what your production is versus consumption, so you know where you need to increase. I think 4 will be enough. I think that that these are being made quite fast. But of course we're not actually using them for anything yet, so right now we're not getting a clear image of it's going to be enough completely or if we're going to have to increase that. And there we go, we're making magnets and storing them. There we go. Yeah, they are being built quite fast, so this is fine. There we go. Okay, next step is making circuit boards, and for that we just need iron and copper. So I can take copper from here and I can take iron from there. I don't have the splitter yet. Where is that on here? That's here, and I need a, yeah, so we will that'll wait. Until then, until I have a splitter, I will utilize a trick. And maybe I won't need to actually. I'm gonna put those here, and I'm just gonna get the metal over to there. I think that will be just simple enough. I'm gonna need more. Oh. So let's try to keep this as tidy as possible. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. What am I missing for more assemblers? I'm actually missing circuit boards. Ironically enough. And for circuit boards, I need copper. No, I don't. I have copper. What am I missing for circuit boards? Oh, I'm actually missing iron. Funnily enough. Those. Come on, little robots, build it. Build it as if your life depended on it. Okay. We'll see what the iron consumption is gonna be from this. It shouldn't be too hard. And too high. So actually, what I actually meant to say. Now I will need some storage for this. So I will put this as storage. And I'm gonna put it on the end just to make sure I can expand these lines both ways if and when I need to. Now that will increase the usage of copper somewhat. And we'll see if that actually affects it. Okay, so what you are making is this. Please make circuit boards. Now each circuit board takes 2 iron and 1 copper. So it should be enough. And if it isn't, it'll just increase the production. Go. I need more of these. That was kind of an accidental, but doesn't matter in the slightest. There we go. And I think this will work just fine. Now, I need to set up the facility to create research, or what's it called in this game? Helixes? Electromagnetic matrices. So those matrices, whatever, the blue boxes are what is considered research in this game. So what was science in the Factorio, here is research. It works pretty much exactly the same way. And it's produced in labs. The only thing different in this game is that the labs have multiple purposes. They can be used for research, and they can be used to actually make the science. So you have both of these things in the same place. Actually gonna make 3 because they can be stacked, and that's a wonderful thing, stacking. And let me see. Oh, we are still making more than enough iron, I believe. Let me see, what is our consumption? So this is the same, which means that it's pretty much identical. Copper, same thing. That means that there is no tilt one way or the other. It's pretty much how much you put in, do you get out. So that means it's stable. Coal has... the consumption is increased because of the power plants. We will need to probably move there and increase that. Iron still double what we consume, so that's good. Copper, same thing. Magnets, we are consuming more than we are making, so I will need to make more increase the magnet production, because right now we are consuming more magnets than we are making. And I think you can see why that is. There's just not enough iron being pumped here, so this is an easy fix. We'll just make another gatherer, or what's it called even? Mining machine. We're gonna make another mining machine, and we're gonna increase the output here. That should increase the output of magnets being made, and if it doesn't, we'll make more smelters. Oh, again with me with the wrong buttons. I need more. Right now the last one is not getting enough, and this one's barely getting enough, so they need more resources. There we go. That'll saturate the belt more, and that should give it more than enough to feed. And I think the choppiness of the stream is not because of the game, but I think that my connection is kind of crap today. And I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so this should now increase the production. Also, let me check. The satisfaction is still 100%, so that's not causing any issues. Magnets. Still consuming far more than we're making, so I do need to increase the amount of smelters here. It does seem like it can keep up with it now, so let's add 2 more smelters. Although I think 1 more would be just enough, but I'm gonna put 2. I probably don't need 2, but I'm gonna put 2. You give that here. There we go. It still says that we're consuming a lot more than we're making, but I'm gonna leave that to stabilize, because right now it might not be giving me a clear image. It does seem like it's stabilizing. You can see that the number isn't going up or down. Once this fills up, this will slow down, and this will be fine. I think it's pretty much okay now. Okay, time to work with research. How many did I build? 4. I think I can stack 3 in the beginning. I don't have foundations yet, so...
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock. The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the home world. You can upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the home world simultaneously.
actually gonna take these from you now. To get some more metal. If this doesn't make enough of them, then I'll add another assembler, but this should be enough for now. We'll see. You, give me more. Second belt will be coming through here. I'm wondering how I should run this belt. Through over an existing belt. Nah, I'm just gonna run it straight to the box. Yeah, satisfaction's dropping. I need to check on the power plants. I don't like it, but I will have to. Yeah, the power plants are not getting enough fuel. That's why it's dropping. And they're not getting enough fuel because we're not mining enough coal. Well, that's not exactly true. We're mining enough coal, we're just not getting enough coal down the line to them. There's one way that we can deal with this right now. And that is, I'm gonna make a separate line for these and these. The reason why it's not enough is because, well, it's quite simple really. The coal isn't all that efficient a fuel. Not when it's not refined. Refined coal, energized carbon, as it's called in this game, is quite an effective fuel, and that's something that we will be using extensively. But just regular coal, not so much. We'll need more, thank you. So as you can see, some of the power plants aren't getting enough, so it's dropping the overall production. So I'm going to immediately disconnect these so that at least the two that are on the other side of this get enough. And you can see immediately it already started to saturate because it's enough for two of them, not for all of them. Production will suffer for now while I get this sorted. What I can do in the meantime is I can put this in manually. That should do the trick. Yeah, satisfaction increased significantly. As you can see, it's not that we are not making enough coal, because we are. It's just that we're not getting enough of it into the generators because they're so inefficient. We want a more efficient fuel, and for that we need to do some research. There we go. There, now you can do that. Satisfaction is almost 100%. I think we can allow ourselves one more generator. Wish I had already had a splitter, but okay, I'm gonna leave it alone for now because I'm just gonna stare at it and it's not gonna improve. When we get the research going, that will be the best cure we can have for that. Okay, I need more iron so we can get that done. Oh, there is one unpowered sorter here. To see what's the situation here with the magnets, and not peachy. Might need to increase this even more. Turns out you need a lot of magnets, but it's not like this line can't feed them, so I'd build another one. As you can see, we're not really lacking in them. But that's because we're not really using any at the moment. We'll see what the consumption is for the 3 of them. For 3 labs. Also, I want to check something. Yeah, this time I wasn't stupid, so I am recording. You will notice that some of the lines suddenly shift to one side or the other. That's because the planet is round, as it should be, and it skews the geometry a bit. There we go. So this won't be very fast, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm gonna make 3 more labs here. And that should be more than enough production of matrices for the beginning of the game. Then we're gonna see how the supply looks like. If something can keep up, then we're gonna increase the production of that particular part. Also gonna be producing matrices. Oh, I'm out of stone of all things. I need to set up the stone production as well. Stone is gonna be crucial for some of the later buildings, so I do want to set up production for that as soon as I can as well. Okie dokie, and now again, oh. Okay, so you're full. think actually 2 of them will be enough. We're setting up the matrices for the research. Now we just need to set up the laboratory to actually use that research. So we're gonna make more labs. I'm gonna need to keep some metal on me for that. What's the satisfaction is not 100%. I don't like that, so I'm gonna come here, see how the situation is. This is keeping up, so I'm gonna put in another power plant. And I'm gonna put it on here because it should be able to feed 3 power plants. Satisfaction is more or less 100%, so it should be fine. Time to build more labs. We need 3 of them. I can make 2 because I'm missing some magnets of all things. So let's go get, well, not magnets, magnetic coils. Magnetic coils is what we're missing. Oh, let me check the situation here. Yeah, this is still saturated. That's fine. These are being made all around. I'm gonna take this from you. Give me one more. So to keep everything nice and tidy, I'm gonna put the labs here all on the same line. Oh. And you will be doing actual proper research. So the reason why I'm doing it like this is when I put the second stage research, it will be a second line and a third line, and if I need more, then it will go behind. And the blue is already supplied from here. And how did you manage to get past those 2? Okay. So this already made 170 of research, which is great. This will be able to use it. Now I want this somewhere where it won't be in the way. That will work. And of course it needs a constant feed of research. There we go. Now we can actually do some research. Now let's see what we have from upgrades first. We have this. I'm gonna take that before anything else. This takes metal and copper. I can do this in my pocket. This takes
Your production
research.
compound has reached a certain scale. Now click the statistics panel button at the bottom right corner of the screen.
So I'm gonna do this first.
It includes the output consumption of each item, electricity data, etc. Use
Fluid
these dynamic
storage
data can help you to
50.
manage your production base.
Do that. Then we have high efficiency
You have
plasma
unlocked
coating
the universe exploration.
and
Now you can
electromagnetic
click
drive.
the details display button in the lower right corner of the screen
So
to open
first of
real-time
all-
distribution details of the ore veins.
So what this piece of research did is it allows me to see the icons for all the resources on the map as I am playing, which makes it a lot easier to follow. It allows me to see resources from further along, which makes it easier to track. So I'm going to increase the core so I have more power available at all times. Am I already running out of power? I am indeed, and I have a lump of coal with me, so I'm gonna use that. I need this. Please do the research that you can do in your pocket. Oh, it's actually using the power for research, that's why it was emptying so much. I'm gonna pick up some coal from the storage. Now, we have a few more things we need to set up. And I think that first thing we need is rocks. Where are the closest stone veins? Those over there? Or those over there? But there's actually more stone veins over there, so I'm gonna go over there to do that. But first of all, actually I'm just gonna pick up some fuel along the way. Go, plus 40 megajoules of energy. Wonderful. So there's 17 and 20 stone veins there. There's coal, iron, crude oil, more coal. Okay, so I don't have those long-range things yet. What long-range things? You will see when I unlock them. For now, I want to set up stone production. Specifically stone brick production. How are they calling it? Stone. Just stone. Processed stone. Fluid research. So we can now pump water. We won't need water for a long time. Comparatively long time. And let me see. That'll work. Now, considering how you are gonna work, I'm not even bother putting the bare rock in storage. Oh, I didn't bring enough metal with me. So we walk back. It's a long walk. High efficiency plasma control. Now we have the long distance, these things are really good. And I'm gonna make a few of these because I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna make one of these because I'm gonna need them, and I'm gonna make a bunch of these. Might as well take more metal now because I've used up all of it. Okay, so what's the deal with the new thing I built? This allows connection at a much longer distance, and when you stand under it, it actually charges up your mech. See, this one doesn't go. Actually,
you built a wireless power tower,
oh, because
which
it
is
goes from
suitable
there.
for long-distance power transmission caused by its longer connection distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge mecha by using electricity from the grid.
Which is awesome, but also unnecessary at the moment. All I want is to set up some stone. So you go here, you go here, and you both go there. Now I don't remember on my when I was making this before how many smelters I used for the stone, and this does go to the smelter, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So I'm just gonna put 4 or 5. Well, I need to get some stone first. Okay. 4 or 5 should do just fine. Now, let me see how close I can get it. Because I'm gonna need to power other things as well. There we go. Again, the same thing. I'm going to leave myself some room for increase in production if I need it. I'm gonna make it this long. Put this next to it. We're gonna need a lot of these. Right now I don't have a research running. I'm gonna switch that in a moment. I wanna see what upgrades can I take now. This one takes engines. I didn't need to set up first. This needs steel. I need to set up first. That's important. This is important. This needs coal. This I can't take now, and this I can't take now. So I'm gonna leave those. That'll increase my production speed. And now I just need to focus on building up some factory lines for all the items that I have unlocked. Specifically, one thing that I will definitely need is the engines. I've unlocked engines, and I need to set up a production line for that because I'm going to need quite a bit of them. So we are again copy this. Now rock isn't all that important right now, so we're not really gonna pump this up too much. This should be just fine as it is. +1 construction drones, and that's it. That's fine, I'm happy about that. Okay, so we are making stone. I'm gonna take some while I'm still here. Okie dokie, so we have a few items we need to set up now. The electric motors will take cogs as well as magnets, which we're already making, and iron, which we're already making. So the only thing we are not making are the cogs. Let me see, what do I need for logistics level 2? Because I do want to get that right away, so I can get access to the splitters. That just needs 100, so yeah, that's next. And from upgrades, I can't have that, I can't have that, I can't have this, so I'm gonna take that. And these are gonna require me to set up a few things first, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Which technologies will allow me to smelt? Specifically smelt, make refined. Crystal? No, it's not. Did I already research that and just not realize it yet? No, I didn't. I don't have refined carbon yet. Which technology does give me that? It's not smelting. It is smelting purification, so we're gonna put that in the queue as well. We're gonna need that sooner than later. So we're done with the stone here. We've set that up. We won't need that except for foundations. That's later. Research is doing fine, and the production there is doing fine. So we're gonna check our production values and see how we're doing. Yeah, this is fine. So let me see. I think the production actually catches when you're close, because you can have hubs. Drone engine level 1, perfect. Let's see. Coal, yeah, we're pretty much outputting them as much as we're putting in. We're close on the iron ore, so it means that if we put more strain on that, we will need to make an additional iron line. We are okay on copper, but just barely. Stone is fine, we're not really consuming it that much anyway. Coal, yeah, as it is. Iron ingots, we're still in the blue there. Same for copper. Magnets, yeah, like I said, now we're making more than we need. Magnetic coil, we are putting out as much as we're putting in, so right now we're okay. Circuit board, we're fine. We're using more matrices than we're making, but that's fine. We just need them to be constantly built. If we're a bit behind on them, that's fine, as long as we can make them. I do think I will need to put in another assembler for circuit boards. Maybe not, we're actually making more. Okay. So we need to make a production line for cogs. Now, what I'm hoping that I can do about that is just split this line. Okay, we have now even better thing, and that's these things. These are much faster. We're gonna be using these to replace most others, especially the ones that are doing the loading and unloading. So I'm gonna immediately make a few of those. Specifically for loading and unloading iron, so that this goes as fast as it can go. And then I might actually need to increase the speed of that. And I'm gonna put in a splitter here and divide. Should I divide it there? Now, cogs are not that difficult to make. In fact, they're made in the assembler. They only need iron. I could potentially get away by just putting them here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna move these. We made a lot of these, that's fine. So we're gonna have it this way. And you'll see how much faster these things run. And there you go. That's a lot faster. And also on unload. Only 2, but that's fine. This keeps up much better. Okay, so I do want to add that splitter. The thing is, this is too close. Actually, no, I just said that I'm not gonna be using the splitter. I'm just gonna, well, disconnect this by accident. I'm just gonna put a few assemblers there and see if I can get away with it. I think 3 assemblers will be enough for cogs. I think. I hope. Anyway, we'll see. It's funny that this game was causing me frame drops, and BattleTech, which is much more resource heavy than this, didn't. There we go. So should I put it by 1? Probably, just so that the sorters don't overlap. Okay, universe exploration level 2 is done, and we are, oops, wrong button, and we are now, pressing the wrong buttons all the time. Now we are doing the refined carbon research, which I'm going to desperately need. Also, where are the... What research is giving me the option to build ground? Maybe I already made it? I don't think so. No, I didn't. Not yet. Is it the one no, it's not the one I'm doing right now. Which one does it? Ah, environment modification, that's the one I need. I'm actually gonna... I can't queue it up until I'm done with smelting. So I'm gonna put smelting next, because I do need steel. And then I'm gonna do environment modification next. Alright, so... I need a box. let's do this. And now we're gonna go to deal with the carbon so I can make more efficient power plants. There we go. This is now making cogs. I'm gonna put these two because I think it's enough. Yeah, it is. I don't know how fast these are being made, but it doesn't affect the consumption of iron in any significant way, at least for now, although one of them isn't working, so hold that thought. There's just a little hole in the coverage here. There we go. I'm gonna leave it alone for now, but if we need more cogs than this, then I'll increase it. Right now, I want to really deal with this once and for all. So I don't know how many I can deal per line, but essentially here's the thing. This is 6.3 megajoules. Coal is 2, so this is almost 3 times more effective than regular coal. So we want that. Now, what would be the best way of doing this? Because I don't want to interrupt the power from going. So how about I make it here? I do need those smelters. I'm gonna make 5 immediately because I do think that we're gonna need more. Now let me see what environment modification we want that next, so that the water is no longer a problem. I can actually just put stuff over it. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna make it like this. This will not be enough for long, specifically because this is just one belt. This will empty it just like that. But once I redirect the coal here, I can actually just move everything. Maybe I should not do it like this. I do want to set it up in such a way that I don't have to play around with it anymore. No, I have a better idea. I have a better idea. Just gonna make a second belt coming from there and disconnect the belts coming in. There is still plenty of coal in this box to deal with this. So now I can disconnect this and this, because I do want 2 belts on this, and just do it properly. And this will use up a lot of coal, so this is not connected. My bad.